Ty Borden is alive. Yes, you saw it right in the trailer. He walks into frame like he never left, and Amy's eyes say it all. But wait, wasn't Ty gone forever? Fans all over the world are asking the same question. How can this be real? Is this a dream? A flashback? Or something even bigger? And if Ty is truly back, what happens now, especially with Nathan still in Amy's life? The trailer for Heartland Season 19 gave us something nobody expected, a glimpse of Ty Borden. For years, fans mourned his loss. He was the heart of the show, the one person Amy loved beyond anything. When he died, it left a hole that couldn't be filled. But now, in just a few seconds, the trailer has changed everything. In the clip, Ty is seen walking toward the barn. He's not just a memory or a faded image, he's alive, moving, and looks straight at Amy. His voice can be heard, softly saying her name. The music in the background is emotional, slow, and full of longing. This isn't just a flashback. It feels real, and that's what's making fans go wild. The way Amy reacts is just as powerful. She stops in her tracks, her mouth opens slightly, like she's not sure what she's seeing. Her hand goes to her chest. There are no words, just raw emotion. Her eyes fill with tears. It's not fear. It's not anger. It's shock, mixed with deep love. She stares at Ty like she's seeing a ghost she never wanted to lose. So how did the writers bring him back? That's the big question. Some believe this could be a dream sequence, Amy's mind showing her what she longs for. Others think it's a hidden truth finally coming out. Maybe Ty never really died. There's even a theory that Ty was secretly kept alive somewhere, recovering from injuries. A few fans believe this might be a twist similar to soap operas, where a character is thought to be dead, only to return years later with a story no one expected. One thing is clear. The creators of Heartland knew what they were doing. They dropped this moment into the trailer on purpose. It wasn't by accident. They wanted fans to feel shocked, hopeful, and maybe even confused. And it worked. Social media exploded. Ty is back trended within hours. Fan pages filled with comments like, "Is this real? And I can't stop crying." But what about the details? If you look closely at the trailer scene, you'll see that Ty's clothing is modern, not something from the past. The lighting around him is warm, not faded like a memory. And when he walks, his steps are confident and steady. This doesn't look like a dream. It looks like he's really standing there. And if that's true, the story is about to change in a huge way. Still, the trailer is smart. It only gives us a little, just enough to make us ask questions. Ty says Amy's name, but we don't hear her respond. He moves toward her, but the clip cuts before they meet. It's like the writers wanted to show us a miracle, but only half of it. That way, we'll be left guessing until the episode airs. The biggest question remains. If Ty is back, what does he remember? Where has he been all this time? And what does this mean for Amy, who's tried to move on? In the world of Heartland, nothing is simple. Every emotion is deep, and every return brings both hope and pain. If Ty's return is real, it might heal old wounds, but it might also open new ones. And let's not forget Nathan is still in the picture. But that's a story for the next part. Amy's emotional conflict. She never expected to see his face again. Amy had built a life around loss, raising Lyndy without Ty, learning to breathe again, learning to stand without the man who once held her heart so completely. But now, everything she worked so hard to accept is crashing down. Ty is back, or at least someone who looks like him. And in that one moment, with his voice calling her name, Amy's world begins to shake all over again. What we see in the trailer isn't just shock, it's years of love, pain, and healing, all fighting for space in Amy's heart. She doesn't run to him. She doesn't cry out. She just stares, frozen. That silence says everything. This isn't just a surprise. It's an emotional storm. Amy has spent so long trying to let go. She even started opening her heart again to Nathan. Nathan wasn't Ty. He didn't try to be. He came into her life slowly, kindly. He showed up when things were quiet and empty. He helped Lyndy laugh again. He stood beside Amy when the weight of her memories tried to pull her down. And for a while, it looked like she might finally find peace. Not a perfect love, but a steady one. A new chapter. But now, that chapter might be ripped apart. With Ty back, everything changes. Amy has to face the one question no one ever wants to answer. Can you move on if the past isn't finished? The trailer hints at this conflict. We see a moment where Amy is alone in the barn, staring at a photo. Her hands are shaking. Her breath is uneven. It's not just grief anymore, it's confusion. What is she supposed to feel? Relief? Joy? Guilt? Her heart is split down the middle. Because even though Ty was her first and deepest love, she's not the same person she was when he died. Time has changed her. Loss has changed her. And Nathan, he's part of her healing. We also see Nathan in the trailer, standing in the distance, watching Amy from afar. His face is calm, but his eyes tell a different story. He sees the change in her. He knows something is wrong. And maybe he already knows Ty is back. The man he could never compete with. The one Amy never truly stopped loving. But this isn't just about romance. It's about identity. Amy is a mother now, a woman who survived tragedy. Her heart is full of both strength and scars. Ty's return forces her to confront all of it, what she lost, what she found, and what she still wants. The easy answer would be to run into Ty's arms. But life in Heartland has never been easy. And Amy's not a girl anymore. She's a woman who knows that love doesn't erase pain. It only makes the choices harder. As fans, we can feel her struggle. That tearful smile she gives when she sees Ty. It's real, but it's also layered. It holds hope and heartbreak in the same breath. And while we want her to be happy, we also know there's no happiness without sacrifice. Will Amy follow her heart? Or will she protect the life she's already rebuilt? That's the question season 19 is daring to ask. And the answer could break all of us. Nathan's role in season 19, he stood by her when the world felt empty. While everyone else tiptoed around Amy's grief, Nathan stayed. Not with grand gestures, but with quiet presence. Fixing a fence, feeding the horses, picking Lyndy up from school when Amy needed a break. And slowly, without asking for it, he became part of her life. Not to replace Ty, but to help Amy remember how to live again. Now, with Ty's return, Nathan is walking straight into a storm he never asked for. In the trailer, we catch a brief glimpse of Nathan standing near Heartland's main house. His hands are in his pockets. His face is unreadable. But the look in his eyes isn't just confusion, it's fear. He knows something's changed. Maybe Amy hasn't told him yet, but he feels it. The shift, the distance. That look in her eyes that says she's somewhere else now, somewhere in the past. Nathan's presence in season 19 is more than just a romantic subplot. It's a test of character. He's not a villain. He's not there to create drama. He's a good man who dared to love someone who was still healing. And now, the person she was healing from has returned. What does he do now? Some fans believe Nathan will step aside quietly, giving Amy the space to figure things out. Others think he might fight for her gently, but firmly. After all, he's built a bond with her and Lyndy. He's been a steady force, not just for Amy, but for the entire Heartland family. And that doesn't vanish just because Ty walks back through the door. But the deeper story might not be about whether Amy chooses Nathan or Ty. It might be about who Nathan becomes in the face of this. Will he let jealousy break him? Or will he rise above it, proving that love isn't about possession, it's about understanding? The trailer also hints at a confrontation. A short but powerful scene shows Nathan and Ty in the same frame. No words are exchanged, but the tension is thick. Ty looks unsure. Nathan looks calm, but it's the kind of calm that hides pain. It's the look of a man who knows he might lose everything and still chooses not to lash out. For viewers, this triangle is unlike anything Heartland has done before. It's not about choosing between right and wrong, it's about choosing between past and present, between comfort and growth, between memory and possibility. And let's not forget Lyndy. She's a child, but even she will feel the weight of this. Nathan has been in her life. She trusts him. Ty is her father, but she barely remembers him. How will she react to seeing him return? And what does that mean for Nathan, who stepped into a fatherly role without ever asking for the title? Season 19 is shaping up to be one of the most emotionally charged seasons in Heartland history. And Nathan, quiet, patient, often overlooked Nathan, might just be the one character who breaks us the most. Because loving someone who's still in love with someone else, that's a different kind of heartbreak. And still, he stays. One man's return doesn't just affect one woman, it shakes the entire foundation of Heartland. Borden was more than Amy's husband. He was a son to Jack, a brother-in-law to Lou, a father to Lyndy, and a piece of this family's soul. So when the trailer shows Ty alive, even for a moment, the emotional earthquake spreads through every corner of the ranch. Let's start with Jack, the man who raised Ty like a grandson. He watched him grow from a troubled teen into a devoted husband and father. Jack's grief ran deep after Ty's death. His quiet pain became part of the show's heartbeat. But now, if Ty is truly back, Jack's world will split wide open. Imagine Jack seeing Ty again, his weathered face breaking, not from pain, but from relief, or maybe confusion, or even anger. Because if Ty was alive this whole time, why didn't he come home sooner? The trailer gives us a blink and you'll miss it moment. Jack's sitting alone on the porch, hat in hand, staring at the horizon. He doesn't speak, but the weight in his eyes says it all. Something big is coming, something he never thought possible. Then there's Lou, always the practical one, always trying to keep the family strong. She supported Amy through Ty's loss, pushed her to heal, and even encouraged her to let Nathan in. If Ty returns, Lou is caught between celebration and fear. Fear that her sister will be broken all over again. Fear that this miracle might not last. And fear that old wounds will tear open the fragile peace Amy built. Lou's reaction could go in many directions. Protective, emotional, or even angry. She might question Ty. She might blame him. She might wonder if this return is a gift or a curse. Because Lou has always valued stability and Ty's reappearance threatens to destroy it. And what about Tim? His relationship with Ty was always complicated. Respect, guilt, and love all tangled together. He wasn't the perfect father figure, but he tried. Losing Ty made him realize just how much he cared. If Ty walks back into their lives, Tim will have questions, maybe anger, maybe shame, but beneath it all, a chance at redemption. A chance to say the things he never said before. But the one who matters most now is Lyndy. She's older now, still young, still innocent, but not unaware. She's heard the stories. She knows her father died young, saving someone's life. She's grown up with his photos, his memory, and her mother's tears. So what happens when the man from those stories appears in front of her alive? The trailer doesn't show much of Lyndy's reaction, but that silence might be intentional, because her emotions will be the most fragile. Will she run into his arms? Or stand back confused? Will she accept him? Or feel loyal to the version of Ty she created in her mind? And what happens to her bond with Nathan, the man who's been quietly present all these years? This isn't just a family reunion. It's a collision. The past crashing into the present. Love meeting loss. And everyone in Heartland has something to lose. As the trailer fades out with that haunting music and Amy's trembling voice saying, "How is this even possible?" One thing becomes clear. Heartland Season 19 won't just test Amy's heart. It will test the entire family's soul. The moment Ty appeared in the trailer, the internet exploded. Fans were crying, cheering, pausing the video frame by frame to confirm it was really him. But the biggest noise wasn't just joy, it was questions. How? Why? Is this real? Or is it the biggest fake out Heartland has ever done? Let's dive into the most popular and mind-blowing theories fans are sharing right now. The first theory: it's a dream. A vivid, emotional dream from Amy as she struggles to move forward. Maybe she sees Ty in a moment of doubt, just when she's beginning to question her future with Nathan. Some fans point out the lighting in the scene. It's warm, golden, almost too perfect. That could mean it's all in Amy's head. A bittersweet visit from the man she still carries in her heart. But not everyone buys that theory too. Ty never died. Yes, this one is wild, but it's gaining traction. Some believe the story we were told back in Season 14 wasn't the full truth. What if Ty was taken away to be treated in secret? Maybe to protect him? Maybe by someone we don't yet know? The government? A hidden medical program? Some fans are saying Heartland might be going bold this season with a twist that changes everything we thought we knew. Could Jack or Tim have known and kept it quiet? The idea sounds extreme, but this is the kind of twist that would blow the fandom wide open. Then comes the clone or alternate reality theory. Yes, This is the wildest one and also the most fun. In this idea, Ty's return isn't exactly him. He could be someone who looks like Ty, a twin, a cousin, a man with a shocking resemblance. Or maybe it's a spiritual version of Ty, appearing to guide Amy during a life-changing decision. After all, Heartland has always had a deep connection with nature, emotions, and healing. Could Ty be part of that now? A spirit walking the land? And then there's the Nathan theory, a sharp, emotional twist. What if Ty's appearance is a test? Not from fate, but from within Amy's heart. Maybe she has to see Ty again, not because he's real, but because she needs to finally choose. Some fans believe Nathan might be the one behind this vision, helping Amy let go by bringing her pain to the surface. A kind of closure, even if it hurts. That would make Nathan the most selfless man in the show, risking his place in Amy's life to help her find peace. Still, the most popular theory is this: Ty is back, and it's real. The trailer doesn't feel like a trick. Ty's eyes, the way he says Amy's name, her stunned reaction, it's too grounded, too raw. Fans are hoping this is the writers giving them the miracle they've been begging for. A second chance. Not just for Amy and Ty, but for everyone who never stopped missing him. Across Reddit, YouTube comments, and fan pages, people are posting reactions like, "If this is real, I'm watching every single episode again from season 1. Others are crying, saying they never thought they'd see Ty again and can't believe it's happening. The emotion is real. The hope is real. And the heartbreak? That's real too. Because until episode 1 drops, we won't know if this is a reunion or a farewell, and one fan theory sums it up perfectly. If Ty's back, then everything we know about love, grief, and moving on is about to be rewritten. For nearly 2 decades, Heartland has stood for something rare on television: steadiness, healing, and quiet strength through grief. When Ty Borden died, it wasn't just a character loss. It was a message. Sometimes love doesn't last forever. Sometimes, the good ones don't get to stay. The show asked its viewers to walk that hard road with Amy, to grieve beside her. And we did. But now, with Ty's sudden return teased in season 9's trailer, the show is taking a risk, one that could either honor its legacy or shake its foundation. The return of Ty challenges the emotional weight that Heartland has carefully built over the last few seasons. It dares to undo the most heartbreaking chapter of the series. For some fans, that's a miracle. For others, it might feel like betrayal. And that tension is exactly what makes this twist so powerful. Bringing back a character like Ty isn't just fan service, it's a narrative gamble. Heartland has always thrived because it stayed grounded. It didn't rely on big explosions or shocking plot twists. It leaned into real emotions, quiet growth, family bonds. So when the trailer drops Ty's return without warning, it disrupts the rules the show has lived by for years. And maybe, just maybe, that's the point. The creators know what Ty means. His loss redefined the show. His memory shaped every storyline that followed. Bringing him back means facing all of that and doing it with care. If done right, it could be the most emotional, rewarding payoff in the show's history. Not just for Amy, but for longtime viewers who still carry Ty in their hearts. But this twist does more than stir up emotion. It reopens questions about what Heartland is really about. Is it a show about moving on, or is it a show about holding on to love, even when the world says to let go? Ty's return challenges Amy's growth, but it also reflects something deeply human. Sometimes we don't heal in a straight line. Sometimes we circle back to the very place we started, only to see it with new eyes. Season 19 could be the season that redefines Heartland. By bringing Ty back, the show opens the door to explore second chances, redemption, the messy, painful truth that love can still live in broken places, that sometimes the people we thought were gone still have something left to say. And let's not forget the impact on new fans. For those just joining the journey, Ty's return could be the hook that pulls them into the deeper layers of the series. For returning fans, it's a reward for staying, for caring, for not giving up hope. But make no mistake, this isn't a happily ever after moment. It's a storm. And how the writers handle it will determine whether season 19 becomes the most beloved chapter in Heartland's legacy. or its most controversial. Either way, one thing is certain. This twist ensures that season 19 will be remembered. Amy stands at the edge of two lives, one filled with memories, the other built on healing. Ty's return brings back a love she thought was lost forever. But Nathan has been her quiet strength, helping her move forward when she thought she couldn't. Now, she must choose between the man who was her past and the man who's become part of her present. Her heart is torn. And so are we. The trailer gave us a miracle, but it didn't give us peace. As season 19 begins, one question will haunt every scene. Can Amy love again without letting go, or must she make the most painful decision of all?